Alright guys, so as you can see by the title of this video, things went drastically wrong on the way to the racetrack Sunday morning. We were actually hit with the truck, car, and trailer, and it did total my truck and trailer, and somehow the car was nearly unscathed. I mean, debris hit it and busted up the paint a little bit, but other than that, it seems to be fine. I just made another video, filmed for another video that'll be coming up in the next upload, but we're gonna go ahead and go to the record yard and show you guys the truck and the trailer, show you guys where the accident happened and how it all went down. We're still battling with the insurance company, so we're kind of just a waiting game. Hopefully it's not too long so I'm not out of a truck and trailer, but I do have customer cars here at the shop that I need to stay home and attend to and whatnot, finish up the list and the wiring of the building. So I guess things happen for a reason, but other than that, we're gonna go ahead and get going. All right guys, so this is where we were hit at. We were coming from this way over here. So as you see, there's a huge culvert right here on both sides of this place, and you can see where they've patched it multiple times. So we were coming from this way down around, you know, truck's engine braking, we're slowing down. So he cut this corner real tight, and so this is where his truck made contact with us and ripped the front end of his truck out, and this is where his frame of his truck hit the ground and bounced off of us back down into his lane, and he ended up all the way down there, right where that grass is and where that line follows. And at this point, the trailer axle and the truck axles got bent, and you can see the tire marks of where we ended up and how hard I did swerve to miss them and where we ended right there. So you can see just how blind this corner is. And it's pretty scary when you're coming around with a truck and trailer and a car full of people who you love, and you get hit just like that. Here's parts of his truck. We saw parts of our truck laying in the grass right there. That's gonna be the dually bed, the fender flare. And this is just really just how the accident happened. You can see just how far he is over this. So this is our yellow line and this is his line. And with that big truck and this narrow road, I really didn't have anywhere to go. I tried swerving as hard as I could, and that's what avoided the head-on collision. But unfortunately, it grabbed the back of the truck and the trailer. So you can just tell how hard and how far he went after that impact. And for him to land 100, 200 feet down the road tells you just how fast he was going to be able to carry that inertia. So yeah guys, that's basically the crash site. Hopefully that puts it in perspective of how this whole accident went down and just how dangerous this road really is. What a shame. But still don't spin. But as you guys can see, this is the aftermath of the truck. I definitely do think they're going to total it out, unfortunately. But I think just depending on what it brings and what the payout is, I'll probably end up buying it back and seeing what I can do with it. Everything works. I mean, the interior's so good, obviously, and truck still runs. So maybe do maybe rebuild the truck if I can, because I do know people with frame racks. It just depends how bad the frame is if they do total it. But if not, then probably park the truck out just because it holds so much value still. But it did get in the mirror a little bit. I don't know what hit the mirror or what hit the door, you know. But it's just real unfortunate, guys. It really does suck to see this nice of a truck tore up, and it kind of makes you feel a certain way when a truck helps you provide and has never let you down. You kind of get attached to it. I know it is a materialistic item, and at the end of the day, we are thankful that we're safe, but at the same time, it's just, it really does suck no matter how you look at it. This side of the truck, the axle drove up into the bedside a little bit. Really just the dually flare, but as you can see, I mean, it tweaked a lot of things. I'd be highly surprised if it didn't total the truck. It did bust the axle in it too. That's saying something. So it's kind of just a waiting game with insurance to reach out, his insurance to reach out to our insurance. We've already filed a claim through his provider. And the trailer's right over here on the other side of the lot. We're gonna go take a peek at the trailer, show you guys the damage of the trailer. It's a total loss for sure. All right, guys, here's the trailer. So here's this side of the trailer. This is the side that obviously was not hit. Here's the driver's side, the side that did get hit. So that broke the shackle mount and the leaf spring mount plumb off. So bent that axle. Front axle looks probably salvageable, maybe a little bit. But I mean, it just shredded the note and it broke the front axle shackle mounts too. So they're gonna total this thing, no doubt. I will probably buy this thing back too, just because the deck's fine and whatnot. One thing I will say is what really did save the car is I haven't been riding around with the removable fender just because I've had some mount issues and I just haven't been able to weld it since we haven't had power at the shop. But it did not have a trailer driver's side fender on it, and when we loaded it, Marquez had me super far over passenger side, and I, right when we pulled out, I said we need to make sure we send the car more next time we go. So it's kind of crazy how things do work out, no matter how you might think about it. But that gives you guys the damage of the equipment and the truck that we had. So we're going to get out of this. We'll pick you guys up probably back at the house. All right, guys, so there you have it. That is what had happened to us on the way to the racetrack Sunday morning. Very unfortunate, but we are fortunate that the turn of events of what had happened did turn out the way they did. No one was injured, and we all got to go home that night. So it's pretty crazy how the universe tries to let you know signs of, just to kind of back off and, not go through with some things. So as far as like Saturday night, I was working out in the shop all day trying to get it done. The car was ready to go, minus it needing fuel and just putting the lead on the rear axle. So I didn't get into about 3 a.m. after Amber and I had been chasing methanol down, and we finally got back, and we were just beat, tired. But I knew we had to be up at like 8 a.m. to get to Mitchie, Tennessee, which is where we were headed. We had some weather here locally, and it was kind of a toss-up in the air if this local racetrack was going to be able to have their event, which we were originally going to go to. Mitchie was just a backup. We woke up at 8 a.m. to find out that Lassiter Mountain was indeed drying out, and so we fell back asleep, and because this track was just 45 minutes on the road, they didn't start till 1, so I could get some more rest. So we ended up getting up about 10:30 and finding out that Lassiter could not get it dry. The top end just wasn't dry. So I sprung out of bed, loaded the car up. Marquez was already here. He was wiping the car down, and made a quick phone call to Juan. He's a promoter over at Pickwick, and let him know what had been going on, that we were just trying to shake the car down and whatnot, not to hold the shootout. But they did say that they're going to hold the shootout for us. So we hauled as far as getting loaded up and whatnot. And as we left, ETA showed about 2:30 because we were going to be an hour and a half late. That there should have been the first sign just to, not even go. But they said they're going to wait for us. So, why not try to make a fun day fun? So we only made about 10 minutes on the road until we got hit. And there's just so many things that could have went differently. And the universe was trying to tell us just to stay home and live to fight another day. But yeah, guys. So what's pretty crazy too is the previous like Friday or Thursday, all that whole week, No Guts, No Glory was going on. And I hadn't been following along, just being so busy and whatnot. But a sponsored video came up from that event, and it was this New Edge Mustang. It was a Devil Horse, and it ran like a 398. And like their crew was ecstatic, and I was just watching, because I mean, who's not gonna watch that on their sponsored Facebook feed, whatever. Turns out the record company is owned by that driver, ABC Towing. So it's pretty crazy that you guys can see what I'm trying to say here. And what's another crazy thing is when we got back settled, our previous house, the guy who just bought it called me and to tell me, found out about the accident through Pickwick's owner. Had told him that they had a small tire car showing up late, but it was hit on the way there. And the guy who had bought our house was asking about if it was us. And he was like, yeah. So it's just crazy how small of a world it is, and just how many things was just like, just fell in line, which just made this whole situation weird. So I don't know if it was that final outside force that maybe kept us safe from, you know, maybe an interstate accident or maybe an accident in the race car. But we are grateful and blessed to be able to walk away and tell the story. And really just grateful that the car wasn't injured any more than just kind of getting peppered by debris and some paint here and there. But we're going to just keep moving forward with this whole process. And kind of just a waiting game, I guess, guys, really. Hope it doesn't take too long, but with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps. So we will see you guys in the next video.